Hi everyone, my name's Hope and I'm from Wellington, New Zealand. Today I'm making a video testimonial of our family's experience of Lana rehab in Chiang Mai, Thailand. The reason that I'm making this video is because I really want to help other people if they're looking for themselves or perhaps a loved one and they're trying to make a decision around where to send their loved one or themselves for treatment. And they might be considering Lana rehab in Chiang Mai, and I really wanted to share our family's journey and experience in the hopes that it might help you come to a decision around what you should do for yourself or your loved one. I really want to make it clear that this video has not in any way been made by Lana. This video is absolutely all of my own words. I actually approached Lana and said, hey, we had such an incredible experience at your facility for my husband Sam, and we just found all the staff so incredible, and I just want to make this video for other people, and I have not been paid or anything like that to make this video. So you can definitely trust that these are all my own words, my own experience for our family that I'm going to share with you today. So the first thing I should probably share is let you know a little bit about us and what we're about. So, as I said, my name is Hope, and I'm the wife of a now recovering alcoholic called Sam. He's my husband and partner of 10 years, and he has struggled with alcohol addiction for the last few years. And previous to going to Lana, he also began using methamphetamine quite heavily. So we have a son who is coming up 4, so we're just a regular family from Wellington, really. Who just happened to end up being afflicted by the disease of addiction that totally gripped and just rocked our family's world to the core. So Sam had been drinking extremely heavily for a number of years prior to going to Lana, and we had actually sought out beforehand many treatment options in our home country. We found that the treatment options that they provided us with were extremely limited, extremely expensive, and didn't provide the quality of care that we really needed because we were dealing with a big beast. I mean, he had a huge alcohol addiction, and I'm sure that if you are sitting on the other side of this computer, then you might understand what I'm talking about. It's something that just grips every facet of your life, and it just makes you feel like, is there any hope? Can we get through this? Is there any solution? And so I just wanted to let you know and give you guys some feeling that, yeah, there is something that works, and it worked for us when we had absolutely no feeling that anything would work. And I just wanted to tell you a little bit about our experience with Lana. So Lana rehab came about when we were really desperate. We had already sent Sam to a rehab facility about a year prior called The Cabin, which is also in Chiang Mai, Thailand, after we quickly realised that there was limited care options available in New Zealand, particularly care options that were actually affordable. The price for a private rehab in New Zealand for 28 days starts at about $28,000 New Zealand, so it's not a small cost by any means. And we found that the actual quality of care was actually pretty lacking, and it concerned us spending so much money to send him to a facility for such a short period of time in New Zealand, where we didn't really feel like that they were going to give him a full wraparound service, mind, body, soul, take care of everything. So we initially sent him to The Cabin in Chiang Mai, Thailand, and unfortunately we didn't have a very good experience. I won't go into too much detail about that, other than to say it really felt like their main interest was taking money rather than getting people well. So needless to say, after a 28-day stay there, Sam came home and immediately relapsed at the airport. So it was extremely unsuccessful, and they didn't really set him up with any tools to really make a really good go of things when he got home. He came back and he had another probably about a year at home doing the same old routine of drinking, getting into trouble with alcohol, eventually starting to take methamphetamine, and his problems just skyrocketed. And it got to a point where he was hospitalised for inpatient detox, and our family was desperate. We were absolutely desperate for anything that might help him get better. I started to research every single option in New Zealand of treatment facility. However, once again, it was roadblock after roadblock. Any funded options, what the waiting list was, 8 months to a year long, and we didn't have that time. So we knew we had to look at private options, and we realised pretty quickly that the private options in New Zealand were exactly the same as they were a year ago. Extremely expensive and just lacking that full, like I said before, mind, body and soul, just taking care of everything. And we just couldn't afford to send him for 3 months. The cost would have set us back almost 100,000 New Zealand dollars, and we just didn't have the money. So I was extremely skeptical, but I got back on the computer and I started researching rehabs overseas again. And a rehab kept popping up with really great reviews. It just kept popping up, and it was Lana Rehab in Chiang Mai, Thailand. And you can imagine, I was extremely skeptical after a really bad experience at a rehab already. But I picked up the phone and I called and I spoke to Darren. Now Darren is the owner and manager of Lana Rehab in Chiang Mai. And just as soon as I spoke to him, I just found this genuine warmth and this genuine desire to actually help people and actually see people get well. And I could just feel it in his voice, and I just felt a connection, and I thought, right, we're going to do it. And I just knew I had to trust my gut in making that decision, even though we'd had such a poor experience previously. So only 4 days later, as soon as Sam was discharged from the detox unit in Wellington, he was sent to Lana Rehab all the way across the other side of the world in Thailand. And I was petrified. I was scared that we were going to waste even more money on treatment. I was scared it wouldn't work. I was scared that what the promises that they were making on their website were going to be false. And I was just feeling anxious, like, is this going to be it? And the first thing that Sam rang and told me after he arrived was that he got off the plane, and exactly as promised, one of the Lana staff were waiting for him right by the departure lounge, ready to collect him immediately, pretty much as soon as he got off the plane. They were ready to collect him. And it really resonated with me because Sam said the first thing that happened when the Lana staff member saw him and recognised that it was Sam, the person they were picking up to take to Lana, was they hugged him. And this lovely, beautiful Thai lady called First, she just reached out and just hugged my husband, who was twice her size, and just told him that everything was going to be okay, that he was safe, that they were going to take him back to the facility. And I think it just really made Sam feel like, okay, yep, this is a good start, and just gave him some confidence that the people there were caring and that they genuinely had a warmth about wanting to help the clients. I can just absolutely tell you the other promises that they make in regards to the quality of the rooms and the food and everything else, Sam said, were absolutely, completely and utterly exactly as they were described, and that was fantastic. The staff and the counselling team were just absolutely incredible. They are exactly as highly qualified as what they are saying on the website. They are extremely highly skilled, and they spend abundant quality time with the patients for the whole duration of their Lana stay. And it's those really in-depth, regular counselling sessions, group therapy sessions. The quality of the treatment is absolutely second to none. I can honestly tell you that, hand on heart, just the quality of the treatment you and your loved one will receive is incredible. And it's the quality of the treatment and the skills that they taught Sam while he was in Lana that absolutely gave him the foundation to remain sober. And I can tell you, after the 3-month stay that Sam had at Lana, which was absolutely incredible, it just changed our family's life and Sam's life completely. he would call me regularly, and that's one thing I absolutely love, is that they keep in touch with you regularly. You can contact your loved one and actually find out how they're going, speak to them, FaceTime them, and it makes a huge difference to maintain that connection with people back home. And I could just tell as the months went on, he stayed for 3 months, that he was just growing in self-confidence and just self-awareness, and the skills that he was learning to beat his addiction were just growing by the day, and he was just gaining so much strength against his addiction. And the thing that I'm extremely proud of to tell you is that he has now been sober for almost a year. He came back a completely and utterly changed person, and I can tell you that that transformation would never have happened if it wasn't for his incredible stay at Lana Rehab, if it wasn't for the amazing nurses, the amazing doctors, the amazing counsellors and psychologists that worked with him relentlessly over those 3 months, that the impact on our family's life would never have happened. He is going back in a few months to go back for the 1-week refresher course that they offer, which I think is extremely generous of them. I understand you can go back every week for every year for a 1-week refresher course after you've left, so that's pretty awesome. I just wanted to let you know that wholeheartedly we would recommend Lana Rehab to absolutely everyone and anyone that needed it for themselves or their family. They completely take care of every aspect of the physical being. They are looking after the mind with the counselling services, the group therapy, absolutely all of that is taken care of. They're looking after the body with their personal training sessions, the yoga, the fitness, the group activities. You know, they're taking care of everything. And just the soul, they make people feel good about themselves again. You know, they just foster a sense of just self-confidence in people. And I think that in itself is just an incredible blessing to give anybody. So I just hope that this video has been helpful. I know I covered a lot, but I just wanted to let you know, if you are considering Lana, our family's experience, my husband Sam's experience, has been that it was incredible. It completely surpassed any expectation that we had, and we're just really, really grateful that it's given our family a future to look forward to. And it's given Sam just the absolute joy and blessing of sobriety, and for that we thank them. So thanks for watching this video. I hope that it helped in some way, and I just want to leave you with the thought that you can do it. You can get sober, your loved one can get sober. I didn't believe it myself with my husband Sam for so long. I thought he'll never get well. And I just feel like this is living proof that you can do it. Thanks so much, and I hope you guys make a decision that suits you and your family.